How's it going, guys? It's been a while since I've been recording stuff because I've been so freaking damn busy. But I have 1.5 weeks of work left, and then I'll hopefully be free and able to be back to a little bit of normalcy in my own life. But today I had to go pick up my laundry, and I got home a little bit earlier. So I wanted to do a quick video if my internet holds up, because my internet's been freaking horrendous as well. Everything's horrendous right now for me. I can't wait to get out of here and get back to my old life. Um, so yeah, but let's look at this stuff real quick. So the market is heading back higher after trying to be sold again yesterday. I guess it was on the China stuff. There was stuff in Hong Kong going on. And then of course like the China the flu, that virus and all that stuff. So yeah, we got a bit of volatility, but it subsided very quickly, and now we're back to the upper cut on the 4 hour. And here we're breaking to newer highs. So as long as this SPY or ES doesn't fall below the 20, it actually holds underneath there, not like here, and perhaps makes like had it made like a newer lower low here, that might have been, like finally a sign that we're getting a bit of a correction. But for now, like as long as this 20 EMA holds steady, we are going higher. Expected move this week is 330, 3,000, 377.68. Yeah, let's see. Looks like we might even get there, even though it's a short week. Who knows these days of this market? But let's look at actually something that I pointed out to you guys yesterday that I want you guys to be aware of is like that I am seeing the bonds rally, and they're breaking out of this this what's it called? A wedge, or a descending triangle or something like that. Not sure what it's called, but depending on what you want to look at here, this has either already broken out here or is looking to break out, like the with this trend line here. And it's holding, like at the moment it's holding this kind of level here. So that's something you want to be aware of. And bonds being strong is usually a sign for stocks being weak. At the moment, they're not super correlated, but that can change very quickly. So yeah, just something that I pointed out yesterday when they were rallying, for you guys to just keep in mind when you're assessing how bullish you could be on the market. Anyway, let's look at the lists. It's just a few things, some short term, some long term. Let's start with a short idea. If like in this super bullish market, why don't we start with a short idea? Microsoft. This is just a technical or kind of a candlestick kind of assessment of the whole thing. This looks bearish to me. Just at least, like a short-term retrace down to the upper cut. Could be in the cards today, say 165 or something like that as a target for a day trade, or like a 2 or 3 day swing or something like that. But definitely nothing to hold. And most of all, if this holds, if the market wants to get higher, that might also be like a nice entry to get long again in Microsoft. Next one, MU. MU is breaking out, or broke out yesterday, out of this really nice little curl in this resistance area that I had drawn out here. So it's broken out of this trend line, is now on its way back to highs, back over the upper cut. So this could definitely be something on watch. Might be a bit late to already get in, but on the other hand, like if we get a pullback today into the 58.50 area or something like that, I think that could be a really nice entry point for a long. I would not. I don't like, as you know, I don't like doing. Um, I don't like doing naked options. But what you could be doing is something like, I don't know. Let's go to the proper like the monthly expiration. What you could be doing is something like this, which is, like risk one to make one. As I always preach it, if you want to take more risk, you can pull this out. This is a debit spread, right? You pay a debit for this. Something like this. If you want to take even more risk, you could move this. I mean, more risk as in probability, not in max loss. But see, this would be like the 2-to-1 setup that you could take. It's just that it has to go up here before you even make a profit. Here, the break even is in the 60 area, which makes this way higher probability. And here, probability is even higher, but of course, like the risk reward is different as well, a bit lower. Like you can structure this whichever way you want, but usually, like what people call it is like a in and out spread or a debit spread or whatever, a call debit. It's because you pay a debit. The bigger option is the long one. So that's the one that determines whether it's a debit or a credit spread. If you want to sell premium, which with an IRE rank of 14.5, I would not recommend. But if you want to, you could do it on the put side. Something like this. That's risk 2 to make 1, probability 66%. That might be something that would be worth looking at, something like that. So that's how I would be trading this. Next one, Facebook. I like this one. Oh man, look at how since this broke this this trend line from the all-time highs, it's now moved into all-time highs. Broke back, tested below a little bit, previous support area, and is now back on the move. When we look at this, it's now gapping up to 222.80. So this is already gapping over the all-time high. So if this holds off the open, this could be a nice long, cool idea. If you guys, I know you guys love taking naked options and go for the big gains. So you could buy a bunch of at-the-money calls and sell them at the end of the day or something like that, or sell them when you have like a decent 50 to 100% profit for a day trade. But I personally would probably be looking at spreads again, just because I like to define my risk. Next one, MA, another short idea, and that is coming here. Again, that same candle, but also it's at the I think it's the half standard deviation. It's a half standard deviation in the regression channel, which it has been a bit of resistance here. It's also like over that trend line, so perhaps like a pullback into the 320 or 317 area might be something that we could see in the next few days. Next few days, probably tomorrow, if it does it. If it pulls back, probably tomorrow, or I guess today for you guys. Though it is now gapping up into 324, but still, like this is not super bullish, and people might want to take a bit of profit at some point into earnings, which are on the 29th. So just keep that in mind, that there might be a bit of profit taking since this is already up substantially on the year. Next one, Amazon. This has a bit recovered in the last few days, has come back over this this consolidation area that it was in. It is breaking out of this channel here. It retested the area, it retested the 20, it held, and with the market bullish, I could absolutely see this head higher from here, just the way it curled over this previous resistance. SQ, this one is on its way to break the trend line that it's forming here. This is not something I'm gonna get into right now or today. I would want to see just some sign of, like a bit of a hold, like some kind of candle like here, or like a reversal candle here, or just a test and hold of a level, say the 200 MA. We got the expected move. Or the like the 14 MA, or a reclaim of the upper Celt. There's lots of signs that could show us that this is done retracing. But this, I love this chart. So let's see what it wants to do next. Just as a bullish idea in the next few weeks. Roku, this one is I am long this again. I've actually been long this since, I think, somewhere here, 134 or something like that. Let me see. I'm not going to show you guys my account, but let me see what I have in Roku when I've put this one on. I have put the Roku trade on. Where are you? On January 11th. That's when I put it on. So I mean the 11th here, that's the 10th for you guys, if I'm not mistaken. So actually I put it on here on this day. So this is working well. It's breaking this trend line from this retracement here that it's had after its insane freaking move here. So back over the 20 and the middle Celt, with the bullish market, with Netflix doing okay, I think this is probably on its way at least back to the upper Celt here. So I'm actually going to take profits on my long if I see some stalling in that 141, 142 area. I'm probably going to take this off and celebrate a decent gain. Next one, team. That's Atlassian. Again, kind of similar to what we saw in other charts. Like it corrected, did like a bottoming pattern, higher lows, broke out this trend line, breaks out of a lot of things at the moment, and is now retracing. Actually, testing that 130 level perfectly right now. So this is, again, nothing to rush into, but if we see some kind of sign of reversal, you could start sizing into a long here for with like a target for the all-time highs. Let's see, like at least like a trend line break. That trend line break, that could be like another point to add, and so on. I know this is a bit of a mess with the lines, but as I told you guys, I didn't have a lot of time to spend with my charts in the last few weeks. Next one, banks. Financials are weak, so let's see what we can see here with short ideas for financials and financials as well. Financials weak means market's weak, right? So like a level that we can watch here in this JP Morgan is that 135 level, or just that that low that we've put in here. I think that is going to be quite influential, along with having broken out of this ascending wedge, which I love those. They are not always going straight away, but they're a really nice bearish sign. Look at SPY back in 2018. I think it was. Come on, where are you? Spiders. Here. So no, it wasn't this one. It was this one. like a really nice wedge here that we got from here. I mean, you know, we could have thrown it from the bottom, and that, you know, it's a bit crude, but you know, like breaks out. It's actually this is really close to what we are seeing right now in JPM. So yeah, keep that in mind. Like, and look what we got after. I mean, I'm not saying this is what we're gonna get, but those wedges, they do have some plausibility with them, and especially when stuff is so steep as this one was, breaking out of this 2 year long or almost 2 year long consolidation. You know, like a retracement into 130 could be absolutely in the cards for this one, if you ask me. So let's see. I would love to see a bit of volatility to come into the market. I am long VIX, so let's see what happens. Baidu. If you are of the opinion that the whole flu thing, virus thing, is just, you know, a bit too much fear, then this is an opportunity to get into Baidu. Like China stocks, all of them sold off yesterday because of this, but this one even closed green on the day. So, and it touched that short-term trend line quite nicely. It's right at the expected move for the week. So this could be a nice long entry. If you want to be a bit more conservative, you could wait for this trend line break. But I think this could, if you think like the bigger picture news influence is overblown, this might be a nice long entry. Costco, holy moly! I couldn't believe what I saw when I looked at this chart. There's too many levels here. I have to remove some of this stuff. So this one is a beauty. Look at how, like, it gaps over that trend line and then just rips. And now it's through the already way through the expected move on the week. And if it, you know, goes that high and puts in like such a nice consolidation here and is now gapping up to 314, boy, I could see this, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to have like another day like this, but look at the volume. Everything is in place. Just trying to see, I think it might have gotten upgraded. There is some news that I see here, just flying over the news here on Thinkorswim, but like perfect breakout. So look for a pullback. Don't chase it here, or if you want to chase, set like a solid close stop here. You know, like on the hourly chart, and trade it like a day or like intraday, or perhaps maybe an overnight or something like that. But don't go crazy. This is now, I mean, this you want to wait for a pullback. Like say this comes back and retests the that breakout level in the next few days, if the market gets weak and or gets, you know, a bit of a retracement, this might be a really nice opportunity to start loading up here for maybe even like a medium term long entry, because this is kind of resembling what we saw here. So yeah, boy, what a breakout. Really nice chart. Next one, Starbucks, breaking that trend line as well. We see trend line breaks all over the place at the moment. So let's see what this one brings. It's a bit away from the upper Celt. I would, with this one as well, just look for a entry. It looks like it's yeah, it looks like it's holding the upper Celt on the 4 hour as well. So that is a very good sign. So perhaps starting in with a like starting position long might be a good idea. And then when this trend line breaks, you could potentially add, and then, you know, like look if it breaks out. If it breaks out from here, if it like breaks out and holds, perhaps holds over 94, you can stay in. Take some profits. if it manages to get there into the expected move, or wherever you see fit, like what your exit criteria are. Everyone has their own system, but just I think this might give an opportunity to get long very soon. Caterpillar. Actually, it's funny. I have a short on in this, but that was like a short-term short that I put on that I forgot about because I'm so goddamn busy. So for now I'm leaving this on, but I do like this consolidation. Again, it's the same principle. Consolidation, bottoming kind of pattern underneath a resistance area, breaking over. It might need, another retest here, maybe, like into the expected move, and then from there, hopefully we get a breakout. I'm not really counting this here. That's why I'm drawing the line like this. This was like, I don't know. I think that was like a news event or something. So I'm not really counting this. But generally, like bigger picture, it looks bullish. But I have a small short here for like a short-term kind of move that I didn't get yet. I think I got short like here on the 10th, and like I didn't get, like that's the beauty of defined risk trading. Like if you put on a spread in and out, this is still, like this is still making money, or at least gonna end up flat. So perfect. Intel, this failed to break out yesterday, so careful. But what I really like is this break over the previous high, curl, and held that previous high quite nicely. We got volume here, but careful earnings on the 23rd. That's tomorrow. So watch this. I don't know if you want to do like a 1 or 2 day long, if it has the momentum, if you see that it has volume and momentum and it breaks out, perhaps it might be a day trade. But on the other hand, I would probably wait until earnings is over. Or maybe Nikki has like some kind of earnings idea, which might be worth exploring as well. Next one, AMRN. Boy, was I disappointed on this. Like when the news broke with that was it like a phase 3 approval or something? I don't even remember exactly, but I thought, oh yeah, now this is going. But I guess people wanted to take profits first. So now we are getting a bit of volume again. We're breaking back above that 20 middle celt. We failed at the expected move here, but see what it does. At least put it on your watch list. This is definitely worth an eye and see what it does, whether it manages to break over that 2250, 23 kind of area. And when it does, this might finally go. Just from a fundamental point of view, it seems to be a valid long for a long term. Next one, Marriott. Come on. Sold off hard yesterday. So this is actually a really nice example of touching the top of a channel and now made a lower high and closed at a new low. So usually I would probably start looking at like short-term longs, like 1 or 2 day long, like a retest retracement. But boy, the volume's high, and I don't know if there was like some news event or something, but this has quite a way to go just within this channel before this can look bullish again. So I would not be surprised to see this touch the 200 SMA before this is going to be a valid long again. So perhaps like a short-term short here might be not a bad idea. It failed at the 20 MA. It's close now under the lower celt. Just as with everything, market's bullish, so everything else is bullish too, like longer term. So yeah, go in, take profits as quick as you can, and get back out. Nike. I like this one long. It's breaking even higher. You know, like it's really bullish. It does something like that, a little bit like Apple, what Apple did. And you know, honestly, I love this company. Over Christmas break, I read Phil Knight's book, and I am only gonna buy Nike from now on. I love people like him, freaking hustlers, people who are not afraid to take risks. And now we are getting a bit of a technical setup that might even work for us with the hold on the upper Celt here. It is gapping into 105 today, so that's a new high. So any kind of retracement you might want to consider taking along here. I mean, you know, it's with everything. You know, the market's overextended, but as long as it shows us bullish signals, we're going to take them. So yeah, you know, get, as I say with the shorts, with the long at this point, longs at this point as well. You know, it's a setup. Get in, and when you have profits, take them as quickly as you can. Last one, Spartacus pointed this one on. I really like this one as well. At least bigger picture. I'm not sure if I would buy it here, even though it does, you know, a similar thing on the upper Celt, and it's holding over the previous high. But perhaps, I don't know, um, you know, you could take a long and hold it into that 133.50. But with the trend line, I would not be surprised if this just does like another little bounce before it actually breaks out, if it wants to break out. But once this breaks this trend line, like bigger picture, longer term, this is a beauty of a setup as well. So good spot there, Spartacus. All right, that's it from me, guys. I can't believe the internet actually held up. So let's stop while I can. I'll be around for the open. I have to close my beyond position and take off some Uber, and then I'll see you at the open. Until then, take care, guys.